Hi everyone, so something a little bit different today. I was meant to be playing golf this morning, but unfortunately with all the wet weather the course was closed, so I thought I would talk you through what's in the bag of a mid-handicap golfer. I will start with the driver and work my way down through the bag. So the driver, you might have noticed from my last video, is a Callaway Paradigm. I have it in the 9-degree, just regular head, set to kind of a neutral setting. I do have it lofted up to 10 degrees, I believe it is, and apparently that just helps to close the face a little bit, so avoid that kind of slice out to the right. I've got a stiff shaft in here, the hazardous 6.0 60 gram. It is actually half an inch shorter. I just find that helps me hit the middle of the face a little bit more often. Moving down to my 3-wood with a really cool Sunningdale head cover. I was really lucky to play one of the best courses in the country as part of a charity day 2 or 3 years ago. So the 3-wood is the TSI 2 set into 16.5 degrees of loft. To be honest, it's probably the least used club in my bag, and also in a hazardous stiff shaft. This one is the 70 gram. Moving down to the 3 irons. So ping eye crossover. I wouldn't suggest that all mid-handicappers should pick up a 3 iron. I know a lot of people prefer to go for a hybrid, but I went to a fitting last year for my irons and had a go with it and hit it not too badly. I did say when I had my fitting I wanted some clubs I could kind of use for several years. It's obviously very expensive to buy new clubs, so probably one I'm still working towards hitting a little bit more consistency. Tend to use it more off a tee at the moment. When I put it on the ground I find it a little bit hard to strike and get up in the air, but really fun club, really beautiful club as well. That one's just in the regular Ping Tour 2.0 shaft. Moving into the rest of the irons, so I've got here my 7 iron Titleist T150. The shaft I have in these is the Project XLZ 6.0 120 gram. Interesting story, I was actually thought I was going to get put into the T200s, and I did my fitting just after they released the new Titleist range towards the back end of last year. And had a go with these. When I was speaking to the coach who was doing the fitting, he said, to be honest, they're not quite as unforgiving as you might expect, and if you're trying to get your handicap down over the next couple of years, these will serve you well. And to be honest, they've been absolutely brilliant for me, probably strongest part of my game, hitting my irons. Absolutely loved these and getting on pretty well. Into the wedges. So I just grab one of the wedges. I play 3 wedges, a 50, a 54 and a 60. They are the Titleist Vokey SM8s, and actually I've got exactly the same shafts as I do in my irons, and that's probably why I've got these particular heads. So after the fitting I really got on well with the shafts. I should have also said all my irons play half an inch longer. And I happened to find a wedge set online, and you know, you can't go wrong with a Titleist Vokey. I found the 3 of them for a really good price. They were second hand, but really just to get the same shaft, can't go wrong with these. 54, the one I happened to pick up the bag, is certainly my favourite wedge. It's the one I use for pretty much all my shots around the green. And then that just leaves the putter. So I have a Ping putter. It is the Tyne 4. I've tried using a blade, I've tried using the Spider by TaylorMade as well. I guess this sits somewhere in the middle, 35 inches. Just find it stable enough, okay for the long putts, probably being one of the strongest parts of my game, the putting as well, and yeah, not much more to say about this one. In terms of what else I have in and around the bag, so a couple of towels, rangefinder, the balls I play, so I do use a Titleist Pro V1. It's probably a bit excessive for someone of my handicap, but I actually buy these second hand, used balls. If you're putting 2 or 3 in the trees every round, I think you probably don't want to be spending £4 or £5 a ball. and then I just mark my balls with a green line with a cross on it. I do use that when I'm putting, just helps me focus on hitting it square and starting it on the right line. So that's pretty much all in terms of the bag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions or interested in any of my feedback on the clubs I use, do let me know, and we'll see you next time.